Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Ace Tarot, and today's pick a card reading is going to be looking at what makes you special, unique, all that jazz. So I was really in the mood to hype you guys up a little bit because you guys give me so much love and I'm so appreciative of it, and I just really was in the mood to tell you guys what makes you wonderful. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I'll quickly explain how they work. We have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to decide which pile you feel most drawn to, and then scroll down to the description below to find your timestamp, and then we will get into your reading. Hi there, pile 1. If you guys chose the little Herkimer diamond, this is your reading, and this is what makes you special. So, wow. You guys have been through a lot. This emotional loss card has been coming through for me very strongly. I definitely feel like this is someone who has gone through a bit of an emotional and spiritual and possibly even physical glow up. I feel like you have overcome a lot of really tough shit in your life. Like, I think that you're at this point where you're either at this point now or came to this point at some point in the past where you realized that a negative attitude and a fear of the world wasn't going to help your situation or how you were already feeling. And I think you guys made the conscious decision to be positive. And even if that wasn't necessarily possible all the time, working to shift your mindset to one that is more healthy and realistic for your situation. It's like you stopped allowing yourself to ruminate into oblivion and just feel so much fear, and allow yourself to stay in a place of pain and sadness and maybe fear of the world. I feel like you guys have really learned from your relationships, whether they're friendships, romantic, family relationships. There's definitely been a person or people who have tested your emotional capacity, but they were kind of meant to help you grow into who you are. And I feel like rather than keeping you down, these experiences keeping you down, you have learned how to use them to elevate yourself and become a better human. I feel like you're definitely a lover, not a fighter, as we see here with the Lovers and the 7 of Wands. We have lots of fire here: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, heavy Gemini energy, a little bit more air with Aquarius and Libra, and we have a little bit of Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel like you are at this point where you've reached like a solid foundation, if that makes sense, or you're currently working on that right now. And the achievement of this, or the acknowledgement that you're getting there, has really helped you be more confident in yourself and your abilities. I think you've gotten to this point where you're like, I am too damn old. And it doesn't matter how old you are, but you just think, I'm too damn old to be treated in a way that I don't deserve to be treated. I'm too old to waste my energy on somebody who is not worthy of it. I am too old to just allow myself to be so sad all the time. And I think now you're seeing any delays or blocks in your life as new opportunities and new directions. It's possible maybe what you thought your life was going to look like was completely flipped on its head, and now you're kind of less stressed about figuring out what your plan is all the time. You're kind of just going with the flow a bit better and recognizing that there's so many beautiful things beyond what is here and present right now. And I feel like you have a lot more trust in the universe that if you give gratitude, if you work on yourself and work on developing yourself, the universe will do the same in return. I get heavy empath vibes from this pile, and it's possible that maybe earlier in your life you justified maybe some reckless behaviors or maladaptive behaviors that weren't really great for you, but kind of suppressed maybe negative emotions you were feeling in the moment. And I feel like now you guys have learned how to kind of overcome those. And sure, everyone has their moments where they slip back into that, but I feel like your coping mechanisms are a lot healthier and you should be really proud of that. I feel like overall you're starting to see your worth. I don't think you see how awesome you are entirely. I think you're still kind of discovering it, and that's really cool. And as time goes on, you're just going to keep understanding more and more about how amazing you are and how much you can truly accomplish. One thing I do want to say that I'm really proud of you for, and Spirit's really proud of you for, is the ability to cut off your energy from people once you know for sure that they are not benefiting you in any way. I feel like maybe in the past you had the tendency to give people the benefit of the doubt for too long and allow them to really mess with your energy because you were just wanting to help them, or you didn't want to hurt their feelings by just leaving or separating your energy. I feel like maybe you felt this obligation to help others or block them out completely. With the Seven of Wands in reverse here, I feel like you guys have started to learn how to not be so defensive and break your barriers down a little bit. And I think that you have a better acknowledgement of not everything is so personal. We're all going through our own experiences. We're all learning. We're all growing. And it's just all part of the journey. I feel like you're just so much more in tune with your higher self than you once were. So if you're looking for a confirmation that you have been growing, that you have been progressing, like this is it for sure. You guys are doing really awesome. And Spirit is really wanting you guys to get into your creative abilities more. If you've been thinking about doing more with some kind of art or music or YouTube or anything like that, Spirit's really encouraging you to let your creative side out. And I keep hearing like you don't have anything to worry about because you are such a beautiful soul as long as you're being your authentic self, portraying your authentic self, and creating because you love it and not because you're expecting a certain outcome. You are going to have the best results and you're going to go further on your path. And the beautiful thing is that your path isn't entirely laid out yet. You have a lot of different possibilities. And I think you see that as well. And you might have a little bit of fear, like, oh, I don't know if I'm on the right path. Am I doing the right thing? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? And the answer is yes. Even though your path isn't entirely laid out, that's kind of the point. Spirit is trying to develop you to help you create your own path, if that makes sense. You have options. You have different ways that you could go. But a little hint, one of my favorite cards from a different oracle deck I have is called Happiness. And it says, I know that when I am happy, I am on the right path. And this card says, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So this is further confirmation to me that when you feel happy, when you are happy with where you are, when you are happy with where you're going, you are on the right path. Even if everything isn't laid out, even if you're not quite sure where you'll end up, that's not the point. The point is that you're supposed to take it day by day and really listen to yourself and be in tune with yourself. I feel like for far too long, you were concerned about what other people were thinking, what other people thought of you, what other people needed, what you were just so focused on everyone but yourself. And I think now you are starting to understand that you have to put that energy back into yourself. And the more you do that and listen to yourself and figure out what makes you happy, what doesn't, what's working, what isn't, you're just going to keep progressing, and you're going to get closer to your higher self, and you're going to keep moving forward. And Spirit is really just very proud of you, because you are doing the work and you are getting there. For some of you, I feel like you could definitely have 7th house placements. I feel like you could be a bit of a romantic, or you tend to attract a lot of romantic potential partners. And at the very least, there is like a lot of people are just attracted to you, even if you don't realize it. I feel like a lot of people really admire you. And I think that in general, you just have this energy of wanting to spread love to others with no expectation that they give it back in return. And that's really beautiful, because that is like the true definition of what an empath is. I feel like empaths can be, you don't have to be an empath, but I feel like for a lot of you, you maybe are. And an empath is an empath. Like, I think the definition of a true empath is, oh my goodness, it is raining so hard. I wonder if you can hear that. A true empath is not just empathetic, but they're also compassionate. They don't overstep their boundaries. They allow others to work their problems out. They don't use other people's emotions as an excuse to act badly or justify behaviors. You take responsibility for yourself, but you also have this compassion on top of it. It's like, I do feel you, I do understand what you're going through, and I am extending that compassion to you, rather than, you know, just understanding or trying to fix people's problems. You're learning how to keep a healthy distance from others, but also remaining open and welcoming to whatever comes forward. So you guys are really awesome. So I'm gonna get a couple messages from your guides, what your guides want to say to you. So I think I'll pull 3 and then we'll do charms. So what do pile 1's guides want pile 1 to know? Do pile 1's guides want pile 1 to know? Okay, Spirit's telling me to take this one. So we have the Ace of Thought. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. And I love this, don't be dissuaded by little challenges, because this is like that adjacent possibilities. It could just be a little bit of guidance to the right spot. We also have Helper of Thought. Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seemed to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best as you can. You know, will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous, and I definitely get those confident and courageous vibes from you guys. And then we have Healer of Action. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. So yes, you guys are on the right track, and I feel like this is more encouragement to go after those things that you've been wanting to create and make your own path what you want it to be, because you have everything at your disposal to do that. So let's go ahead and look at your charms. So Spirit, what makes pile 1 so special and unique? Okay. So we have this little bottle here, which represents bottled up emotions. And I definitely feel like you guys have learned how to maybe you guys suppressed those emotions a lot in the past or just kept them hidden because you weren't comfortable with them. But I feel like you guys are now learning how to be open and be honest and be in touch with your emotions a lot better. And we also have a gumball machine, which also makes me think of that adjacent possibilities card. I feel like you guys are learning not to be too picky or have a certain plan on how you move things forward. Just the acknowledgement that you know that there will be good things moving forward is enough for you. And yeah, there's a lot of blessings coming your way. You should be really excited. And I feel like this is an acknowledgement from Spirit that you guys are getting your ducks in a row. You are swimming smoothly through life, which is kind of reiterated by this seahorse, which is kind of all about going with the flow. And also there's this little pearl here. And so I feel like as you're kind of just allowing life to take you on its wings, I guess, you are carrying the wisdom that you've already learned and gaining more at the same time, and that's really awesome. We also have the little drum set here, and this definitely kind of makes me think of the Six of Wands. I feel like you are someone who you get people's attention even if you're not trying to. Like if you walk into a room, people like can't help but notice you. You could have a really unique voice or just a really great sense of humor that people really admire. But I feel like no matter what, you grab people's attention and in very positive ways, and they're very impressed by you. We also have the little elephant, which showcases someone very wise and very kind, but also someone who can overcome obstacles with ease and be a successful person. We also have the little butterfly here, which is an acknowledgement of this emotional transformation for sure, but all of the growing that you've been doing, and you've just been doing wonderful, and your guides are so proud. We also have judgment here. Well, I think of it as judgment because it's like a French horn, and I think of that awakening. And I think that if the path still seems super unclear, I feel like you will be getting clarity soon, so don't worry. We also have the Princess charm. So I feel like this is just a reminder that you guys are royalty and you should be acting like it. I also think this is just an acknowledgement of knowing your worth and knowing how wonderful you are and how you deserve all of the greatest things. And we also have the little squirrel. So I feel like this is an acknowledgement too that you guys are really cute, and more just encouragement to stay busy, to work on whatever you've been really wanting to focus on and get going, because you will see results the more you work. The more work you put in, the more you'll get out of it. We also have 2 2s and a 4, so 2 2 4. So 2 4s, whatever you want to do with that, you know, numbers are numbers. And then we have this little cat, which I feel like maybe you guys have been a lot better at being independent as of recently, and you're kind of seeing the value in your independence. And also I feel like you've been listening to your intuition more, and Spirit is really appreciative of that, and they're very proud of how far you've come. I think that's the biggest thing, is they're just really proud of how far you've come. And then last but not least, letters. We have bad bitches in the house. This is a bad bitch pile. I love it. You guys are doing awesome, and Spirit is so proud of your progress. Like, keep staying in that bad bitch energy. Keep going after what it is that you are wanting, because you will get there. And you know, I feel called to keep talking about this card for just a little bit longer. This creation card. I know it can be overwhelming sometimes when you see, like, online so many people's art and things that they've created and how awesome and amazing that they are. But I also want to remind you guys that just because other people express their art doesn't mean that your art won't be just as great. You know, everyone has their own unique spin to whatever it is that they are doing or creating, and nobody has a brain exactly like yours. Nobody has a creative style exactly like yours. And I promise that you bring something to the table that nobody else does. You know, everyone has these unique, special aspects about them. And even if you're doing something similar, like, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be well received or you're not going to be successful. You deserve just as much as everyone else to have your creations out there, your art out there, what you love out there, and you deserve to express yourself. I guess, like, I don't know how to put it any more than that. Just don't feel insecure by anyone else's success or the fact that you might feel like you're further behind. You know, the more you wait, the more behind you'll feel, I guess. And I feel like Spirit is just saying that you really do have creative talent to show the world and share with the world, and you're doing the world a disservice by not adding a little bit of beauty to, like, your own little personal tie of beauty to it. So it really, if you are being called to do something creative, please do it. Please go after it. Please. You have something special and you need to share it with other people. So that is where I think I'm going to leave this reading, pile one. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this and it really gave you some clarity and made your day a little brighter. Definitely let me know down below how this resonates. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and hopefully you will come back and see me again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile two. If you guys chose the opalite stone, this is what makes you special and unique. So pile two, I really just want to give you guys a little pat on the back because you guys have really been doing some upgrading and Spirit's really proud of your progress. I feel like for a long time, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Let me just start. You guys have a very, very rich emotional, oh crap, I was trying to take this little thingy off of the card in it. I guess that's stuck there. Sorry. Anyway, you guys have a very rich emotional world. I feel like you possibly have used it as a form of escapism at times, but it's also really aided your creativity and helped you stay positive. I feel like you guys are maybe kind of a bit of a hopeless romantic at times, or you just have a very idealized version of the world or an idealized version of who you want to be and the things that you want to accomplish. And I feel like for a long time, maybe the ideas of these accomplishments were simply that, ideas. And I think something changed in you where you realized that these ideas will never come to fruition unless you take action. And so what we see here with this Page of Swords and this despondence is that you guys are really learning how to think clearly through all of that dreamy energy and set intentions and work towards your goals. With this Eight of Pentacles being here, you guys are incredibly hard workers and it's evident in anything that you do. I feel like even if you're working a part-time retail job, you still take pride in that work, if that makes sense. Like, yes, it's not the most high up job, but you care about the work that you do and you're not going to allow yourself to look bad, like slack off and not care. I feel like you just like putting effort into things and you like putting effort into your, I don't know why I was just about to blurt out appearance, but I was trying to say work ethic. But I feel like you also maybe have like a really good aesthetic or sense of style. And I feel like you're one of those people who kind of evolves as they grow. I feel like your look changes, but it always looks amazing. And you might look back and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I ever wore that, or I can't believe that I ever did that. But you made it work and you made it look awesome, and you have wonderful ideas, and I feel like Spirit is just really happy when you express what you're feeling on the inside into your look. I know there isn't really any air here besides the source, but I really get Libra for some of you for sure. Maybe Libra rising. I'm a Libra rising, so I kind of understand that, like that desire to express, like my nails, for example. I always change them up, and it's just, I never know what I'm gonna get when I go in there. I'm just like, whatever I'm feeling is like my 2-week self-expression for that week. But I feel like now you guys are really on your way to success. The fact that we have this indecision card in reverse here, I feel like you guys have learned to overcome those what if fears. One of the things about having a rich inner world is that you can also be very good at picturing so many different outcomes, and that can get overwhelming and kind of anxiety inducing at times. I feel like there's a lot of mental energy here, and it can end up holding you back rather than helping you move forward. And with this Page of Swords here, you've really adopted a better mindset of just like cutting through anything that isn't actually helping you get towards what it is that you want to achieve. And one of the things that I think is so awesome about your transformation and the things that you've been going through is that your kind heart, you've really developed like your kindness and your empathy for others, and just like your kind heart, like it was already there, but I feel like you've made more of a commitment to it. Like, I really do want to put more kindness into the world, put more love into the world. I want to see the world that I envision. And you recognize that yes, you're only one person, but at least you can say, I'm making a difference in the people that I'm interacting with. I am acting in accordance with how I would like to, and I am proud of how I treat others. And so this development of this kindness has really helped you guys sniff out inauthenticity. With this trickery card here, I feel like you guys can almost tell right away if someone is genuine or not. And I feel like you guys are very protective of your friends and stuff, and if you think that your friend is talking to someone who maybe is disingenuous or meeting someone, I just feel like you guys really look out for the people that you love, and people kind of trust your opinion on others. You're very good. I feel like maybe people didn't listen to you at first, but it's like enough time has passed and you've been right enough times to where there's evidence for the assessments that you're making about some people. And so now I feel like people actually trust what you're saying. I feel like if you have some kind of artistic skill, or like if you have a business or something with both, I feel like you're very skilled at whatever it is that you do. Even if you're in the newer stages of it, you have an excellent attention to detail. You're very meticulous, and I feel like you don't like to leave any stone unturned. You really want to know that you have, dotted all your I's, crossed all your T's, gotten everything under control, and you're really on your way to success. And another thing that I want to say too that's really beautiful about you guys is that you're very sentimental. And I feel like you're maybe that person who has to force themselves not to cry when you read like really beautiful birthday cards or things like that. Or you keep a lot of just old memories, mementos. You could have like little boxes from like a random day in 6th grade when like somebody gave you something really cool, or you found something really cool on the playground. Like, I feel like you guys just have, little tokens of the things that you've experienced, the places that you've been to, and your area might be like a little cluttered, but not in like a bad way. It's like your space is just decorated by all these things that you've collected that are special to you and that have meaning to you. I guess just to put it simply, I don't get minimalist vibes from this pile, because I think that you guys just have a very it's a bit eclectic, but it works, and I think it works for you. And if you ever like doubt your aesthetic, don't, because it's a really cool aesthetic and you should be proud of it, because it's unique. It's part of you. It's part of your experience. It's quite literally a physical expression of everything you've gone through, and you guys have gone through a lot, and you've come out a better person and wanting to do better for others, and you just have a beautiful energy. And I think that for some of you especially, Spirit wants you to work on your third eye chakra a lot. I feel like you guys are getting better at developing it. I see a lot of like clairvoyance here. You could have very intense and vivid dreams. And I think that you're starting to learn that maybe you're working on lucid dreaming, or just remembering your dreams more, like keeping a dream journal. If you're not, I would, because I feel like that would help you guys a lot to listen to the signs in your dreams. I feel like your guides have really been trying to communicate to you in your dreams, and your guides want you to know that you're going to succeed in whatever you are trying to go after. What's really beautiful about this is that you have the rich inner emotional world and imagination to move forward, but you also have the grounded, dedicated energy that you need to stay focused on what you need to get done and what you need to get there. And so you are just going to pass any test life throws at you. You're going to overcome any obstacles in your way, and you are going to succeed. You know, you're a hard worker. You deserve these things. And I feel like if you're having a hard time recognizing that you do deserve wonderful things, that you do deserve to reap abundance from the work that you do, I feel like that's like the one biggest thing that you guys maybe still are struggling with, is acknowledging that you do work hard enough. You are deserving of these things. You are like getting there, and it might seem a little slower than you'd like, and it might take a little time. You know, Pentacles are a little slow, but you'll get there. Just trust yourself. Just keep going, and you know, give yourself a break when you need it. Don't burn yourself out. Allow yourself the time to kind of escape to that inner world, because I definitely get more introvert vibes from this pile, and as an introvert myself, you know, we need our time alone. We need that time to recharge, and we need that time to be in that inner world so that we can come back out and be prepared for whatever life has, and know where we want our intentions to be set and where our energy is best put to use. I feel like some of you are definitely going to be like entrepreneurs if you're not already, because I feel like you guys are the type of people who enjoy working alone, or just getting lost in your work for hours. And I definitely don't feel like this is a very regimented, you guys are very regimented people. I feel like, you know, you might work really hard for 2 days, and then you might just want to take a day off and not even touch it. I feel like you guys are at your best and most creative when it's kind of like you can just go with the flow of what you're feeling and what you're thinking, but also having like discipline as well, if that makes sense. I think too, one of the things that you're working on is kind of moving on from the past and just having a little bit more patience, and you're getting there. So be proud of that. And also, I do want to commend you on how humble you are for how much you've accomplished already or will accomplish. I feel like with this Page of Swords energy, I feel like you recognize that you can always learn more, you can always improve, and I feel like that's what really will give you an edge on whatever it is that you're creating or trying to do, because you're consistently learning new things. You're consistently trying to better your craft or your business or whatever you might be trying to improve upon. And yeah, you guys are just doing really awesome, and you should be really proud of yourselves and just keep at it. Keep working hard. You guys are doing awesome. So this card here says, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So with all of this green here, I do feel like you guys are doing a wonderful job of staying in that energy of love, staying in that vibration of love, even when that's tested by outside forces or, you know, moods or, you know, any hardships. And this card really makes me think of this Knight of Cups here. You know, the guy on here is riding this horse with this green, like, I want to say cover up, but this is not what that is. I don't know, this green little outfit here. And I feel like this is kind of a metaphor for like how spirit, when you're in that vibration of love, spirit can carry you to your goals and your destination a lot easier. So let's go ahead and pull some messages from your guides. I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what your guides want you to know right now and help you move forward with a little bit more clarity. So what does pile 2 need to know? What would pile 2 spirit guides like to say to pile 2? One more, please. Okay. So to start out, we have Temperance, and it says a win-win solution. There's strength in diversity. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, you can come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. So it's possible for some of you, maybe you're trying to get used to the idea of working with other people, and Spirit is kind of encouraging you to be more willing to collaborate. We also have out with the old and with the new. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often this is because you're not happy and feel a lack of purpose in life. This is a wake-up call to make changes that match your heart's desires and spiritual truths. Yeah, so maybe if you've been doing this on the side and you are doing something you're not very happy with, maybe it is time to change that a little bit and go after what it is that you're truly wanting and take that leap of faith. Wow, you guys have 3 majors and they're all 14, 15, 16. That's crazy. So we have choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Wow, there's a lot about choosing a different path here. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. So if you've already chosen this new path, this is confirmation that you're on the right way. And for those of you who are not quite sure, this is your confirmation that if you want to change, you can. And I'm feeling called to be pulled on the back of the deck. And so we have the Guardian of Thought. You may be called upon a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find oneself. This situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. So, maybe someone will come in and help you guys with this. I do get a less developed energy than a King of Swords because we have this Page of Swords. So maybe there is a king coming to help you develop, and maybe listening to them will really help. Or if there's like any family members that could help you, I would really look to them as well. So let's go ahead and look at your charms. So what is unique and special about pile 3? So we had the sun pop out. Ooh, and we have a lot of earth and water here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and a little bit of air, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius. Oh, I said Libra and then Libra popped out. Okay. So we have the Libra charm here, which on the back says charming. So you guys could be very charming. You could be, which definitely is a... Didn't I say that I felt Libra vibes earlier? I think I did. Or maybe that was the first pile. I don't know. I can't remember. But I feel like I said Libra vibes, even though there wasn't much. I don't know. We have the sun here, which is Leo energy, but also, you know, talks about being a bright light, a positive presence in people's lives. And I feel like the path forward will be illuminated for you as soon as you choose to go down the one that you feel the most strongly about. Let's see, we also have the arrow, which is all about taking action. So this is further encouragement to keep going after what you want. Don't get stuck in your head. Keep going after what it is that you want to achieve, because you will get there. We also have this clock, which makes me think of divine timing. And so I feel like for some of you, the universe is really having your back here and telling you guys, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, your guys are basically saying, you do yours and we'll do ours. Like, we will make sure that you get where you need to go, but you have to put in the work as well. And, you know, with this little heart cross, this is just talking about having faith and, you know, knowing that you will be on the right path. So long as, if you're happy, you're on the right path. We also have this little yellow charm, which makes me think of the solar plexus chakra. So, you know, you guys are very intelligent and you can set your intentions and think through these issues, but don't get so lost in thought. Like, cut through your own bullshit sometimes, if that makes sense. Like, I have to do that where I'll find myself just too lost in thought, and I have to be like, girl, like, wake up. Like, you need to get it together, do something. And if you find you're having trouble getting out of your own inner world and being in the 3D, writing really helps me. So if writing might help you too. We also have the bushel of wheat, which is a confirmation that you will reap the benefits of the work that you're putting in. You will have abundance. You will improve. You will see the benefits of what you're wanting to sow. We also have the little coffee charm. And so I'm getting kind of a rather specific message for this. One, some of you aren't drinking enough water and you need to be, myself included. And you might be having a little bit too much caffeine, but there is another message attached to this. If you rely on the feeling of motivation in order to get things done, things will be a lot harder for you, because you won't be you'll only be going after your goals when you feel like it. And so you kind of have to understand that there's a difference between motivation and discipline. And discipline is choosing to do something even when you don't feel like it, so that you can really get used to it and you're not just relying on feelings. You get into the habit, you get into the pattern, and it gets easier as time goes on. And we have this broken heart with a band-aid, and I feel like this is a confirmation that any trouble that you've been through in the past, like, you're still in that healing process, but you're getting there, you're mending, and your guys are so proud of you. And with this little shoe, like, I feel like this is more about your aesthetic and how it changes. Like, any shoe fits on you. You can wear any hat. You're really one of those people who can kind of be a chameleon and change their look and change their vibe, and it just works every time. With I carry your heart with me, I feel like you're just a really special person. If you have any loved ones that have passed away or anything like that, I feel like you have a very strong memory of them and they really love you. And I'm sorry, I was like starting to tear up a little bit, but just know that anyone that you still feel in your heart very strongly is still there with you, and they love you so very much, and they're so proud of you. And yeah, I'm gonna put this one down. But yeah, you're so loved, and there's so much love, even if it's hard to see it, it is in your life, I promise. Like, so many, like, you are so loved by people in the 3D and spirits in the 5D. We also have the number 5 that could be significant. I also think of like Taurus with that. We have a dime, so I kind of think of like a dime piece. Like, you could be just, well, as you can tell, you are definitely already a catch, but I feel like people just see you as a freaking catch and so special. We also have the year 1976 on it, and that would also resonate with the number 10. So we have 5 and 10. And with this liberty here, that just kind of spoke to me because of that choose freedom, choose to follow your heart, choose to follow what you want. You know, you have so much to learn, but you've accomplished so much. And, you know, yes, the future is scary, but keep having hope because you're getting there. And I promise that you will keep improving, and you will keep just leveling up as you go. Like, you really have nothing to worry about. And then we have the letters D and Q. Get yourself some ice cream. You deserve it. Think of Dairy Queen. But yeah, I'll give you guys a little close-up of the charms. I think that is where I'm going to leave your guys' reading pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I made your day a little brighter. You guys deserve it. Definitely let me know down in the comments if this resonated, and you know, what is your path? What are you trying to achieve? I would love to see it. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video so I can keep making more videos like this. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I really, really hope that you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and hopefully you'll come back and visit me again soon. Bye! Hi there, Pile 3. If you guys chose the Selenite heart, this is your reading, and this is what makes you special. So I just have to start off by saying Holy Major Arcana. There is so much intense energy here. And when I say intense, I mean powerful. And I feel like maybe you guys are starting to see this power, but for a lot of you, I feel like you've been having trouble recognizing how strong your path actually is and the things that you're meant to do. I feel like this is more talking about who you are becoming and who you're meant to be. For some of you, you could definitely already be here, but I feel like for a lot of you, you doubt yourselves and your abilities and where you're going. And I feel like life throws you a lot of curveballs, and it really just has put you in this state where I feel like you're maybe a naturally anxious person, and no shame, me too. And it has been kind of exacerbated by the things that you've experienced in your life, the challenges that you've experienced. And I feel like it's maybe made you a little, how do I want to put this? Not like fearful of everything, but less positive. I feel like maybe it's a lot easier for you to expect the worst than to hope for the best. I feel like you try to, but I think maybe it's your natural inclination to want to fall back on maybe a negative mindset or negative self-talk. And I feel like you guys are really trying to get out of that, but it is challenging, and I understand the tendency to kind of fall back on it, because when, like, this is literally just science. Like, when you have a certain thought, it carves a pathway into your brain. And the more you think that thought, the further, the deeper that like path is, and the more it's carved. And so the longer you think a certain way, the longer you operate a certain way, the harder it is to get out of that, because you quite literally have to change the pathways in your brain and how you think, and it takes consistent hard work. And you know, so if you're trying to get out of that, like, good job, you're doing, like, you're getting there. I know it's challenging. You're gonna have your days when you're gonna feel just not ready to face the world and not ready to do anything. You're gonna get overwhelmed sometimes, but you know, Spirit is really telling me, like, it's okay. Like, you have such a special mission here. Oh my God. Like, I can't even, you guys, everything, all of the shit, and I say shit like with intensity, like, you guys have been dealt like some bullshit, and it has not been fair, and I understand why you are just so like, does the universe hate me? Like, is the world out to get me? No, they're not. This is all meant to shape you into who you are supposed to become. But the biggest thing is that shifting your mindset right now is going to help you so much. And here's the thing. Spirit's not asking you to take on this like uber positive, like, everything is wonderful, I am a beautiful, strong human all the time, I can never do anything wrong, like, the world is sunshine and rainbows and I love everything. Like, you don't have to do that. Spirit's just asking you to be realistic and take a little bit of both, if that makes sense. This Justice card is really speaking to me to the best attitude for you. You know, because there is such a thing as toxic positivity, and you are so smart. Like, I just have to get that out there. You're so smart. Like, I've said holy shit like so many times, but like, you're so freaking smart. And they're like, you are meant to do such great things in the world, and could very well have something to do with law or like a business, social work, spirituality or religion, philanthropy. It's like, whatever you feel passionate about and what you want to go after, you will be a leader in this field. You will achieve great things in this field. And everything that you're experiencing right now is what is going to help you prepare for this career, for this mindset. I feel like it's not even just going to be in your job. I feel like it's going to be in your community. People are going to see you as a leader. People are going to see you as someone to go to when they need guidance. For some of you, like, this could definitely be like, for some of you, if you have an interest in politics or something like that, or activism, that's definitely a route that you should explore. I feel like you're just going to be really well known in what community you end up in, and really well respected. It's like you're going to kind of earn your stripes in a way, and this is kind of what you're in the process of doing right now. And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you to understand that this anxiety and this fear is all a facade. It's just holding you back. And Spirit wants to remind you to have hope. And what I think is really cool about this obstacles and challenges card is that there's like these little bright, I think they look like fireflies, but at the very least like little lights. And, you know, and it kind of makes me think of orbs. And I feel like this is just a reminder. And with this card too, this facade card, like this little boy is kind of holding this older spirit's hand. So you could have guides that are ancestors, or even people that have recently passed on that are very special to you. They are there with you and they are guiding you. And I think, the point of what I'm trying to say is that even if you feel alone and you're really overwhelmed by the obstacles and the challenges that you're dealing with, you're not alone. And the universe wants you to have hope, because there is so much for you to still achieve and experience. I mean, you guys are powerful. That's all I can say. And with this hope is the conduit for miracles, I feel like there is an acknowledgement here from Spirit that, like, yes, the path that you're heading down is scary, and you have every right to feel a little afraid. Like, you've got a lot of work to do. You're going to deal with hardships. There are going to be tough cycles and bumps in the road, but you cannot give up that hope, because if you give up hope, you are giving up the opportunity to reach your full potential. And your full potential is, like, so effing powerful. And I wish I could just say the actual word, because the actual word is how I truly feel. But I mean, like, you are going to be so well-rounded mentally. You're going to be so developed emotionally. You're going to be incredibly abundant physically. Like, everything that you want. I feel like we are looking at a very old soul, and somebody who has really put in the work in their past lives. And while they're still being challenged, you're still going to be challenged in this life, because every life has its challenges. This is some really hard butt kicking to push you into what you're meant to achieve, because you are meant to achieve so much. Like, you're going to be so strong. And, like, I feel like you guys already are very strong, but it just keeps growing through every challenge. And you're starting to learn that there is so... I guess what I'm trying to say is that you're going to learn that the anxiety and the fear isn't worth it. And while, like, yes, that doesn't mean, the acknowledgement of saying it's not worth it doesn't make it go away. I feel like you're going to be better at making objective change to try and help it, rather than just wishing it away. And you're just so solid. Like, you're getting there. You know, justice is all about balance. And I feel like you are going to have this really balanced mindset of, like, never allowing yourself to go too far into one mode of thinking. Like, if I'm being truthful, when you've always had anxiety, and your anxiety is never going to completely disappear. It's just, everybody has anxiety. And for people who have struggled with anxiety, like, intensely, like an anxiety disorder or generalized anxiety, like, it is a part of your brain. It is a part of the way you think. And it's a challenge for you to overcome that will make you so strong. But there is some value in it as well. And it will still aid you when you are when you are developed and you are in your career, but it's going to be so much healthier. It's a healthy anxiety. You know, everyone is meant to feel some anxiety. Like, you know, when you're nervous about, that's the point of anxiety disorders, is, like, you know, people talk about anxiety and stuff like that, and some anxiety is normal and it's healthy. If you're about to give a speech in front of a bunch of people, it's normal to feel a little bit of anxiety. If you're taking a test, or, like, especially like an admissions test, like, it's normal to feel anxiety. But when your anxiety stops you from living your daily life, from going after what you want, from doing what you're meant to achieve, and functioning at a basic level, that's a problem. And you know, this girl here is, like, in bed. Like, I feel like you guys have been in phases where you've just been so paralyzed by your anxiety, you just couldn't do anything else. And it's just been so overwhelming. And you're meant to overcome that. But you're also meant to understand what that's like. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of getting to the point where you're realizing, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't feel like this. Like, I need to get out of this. And, you know, I feel like you guys are just tired of feeling this way, and you should be. This is all part of what's meant to help you move forward. And I think one thing that's going to help you is kind of burying yourself into your work, but not too much. Definitely leave yourself some time for play. And this might be a little bit of a reminder from Spirit not to get so lost in your work that you're neglecting other aspects of your life. But everything that you're doing right now is helping you gain wisdom. with this Hierophant card, I really just feel like you are going to give people the best advice. Like, they are going to come to you for advice. They're going to respect what you say. And also, I think that you have a very transformative mind. Like, you are able to take things that are mundane and ordinary and turn them into something absolutely amazing. And people are just going to respect you so much. And you're going to just have such a good reputation in your community and possibly even online. I feel like you are really going to be looking out for injustice and trying to fix it. I feel like you guys are crusaders in a way, like crusaders for what's right and for a better tomorrow and a better future. And here's the thing, like, it's very easy to have an idealized version of the world and say, oh, well, in a perfect world, this would happen or that would happen. But you guys understand that you're freaking so smart and so driven, and you like have the capacity to make concrete change and improve the world. And like, whatever thing that you know that you're meant to do, you're going to just improve it and make it better and put your own spin on things. And God, you're just amazing. Like, I'm sorry, like, you're just amazing. Like, so compassionate, but so strong in yourself. And really, a beautiful mind. You have a beautiful mind that is just so special. And I hope you see that you're very special, because you are. And you have everything you need to go after what you want. Don't lose that compassion. Don't lose hope for what's to come. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. You have so much to achieve, and you have so much to go after, and you are going to be so, so happy. I promise. You're only meant to deal with this Nine of Swords so that you can become this beautiful, beautiful leader, spiritual leader, strong, like, force. Like, you could be a lawyer, like an advocate. Oh my gosh, there's just so many possibilities. Like, I just see so many different, because it depends on the energy. But whatever you are going to achieve, like, you are going to be a game changer in this. You are going to make a real impact. You are going to leave your mark on whatever thing that you choose to do. Like, I'm really getting, like, this song from Hamilton, like, who lives, who dies, who tells your story. Like, I feel like you are going to leave, like, a legacy of the thing that you do. Like, you are so special, and Spirit's just reiterating that's special to me. I mean, obviously it's what makes you special, but like, you have a true gift to give to the world, and you got to get out of your own head so that you can show it. You're amazing, and you're gonna get through all of these challenges and just come out on the other side so powerful and strong. And I'm so proud. Like, I believe in you guys 100%. If you're already here, if this sounds like past energy, I'm so proud of you. And if you are in this more Nine of Swords energy, you've got this. I believe in you. You can do this. There's so many wonderful things headed your way. So let's go ahead and look at what your guides would like to say to you. I'm gonna pull 3 cards. So, pile 3's guys, what would you like pile 3 to know? Pile 3 to know. Okay. So we have the Eight of Emotion. You feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right and seek out your magical new life. It's exactly what I was saying. There's so much for you guys. Healer of Action. We actually got this in the last pile too. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. Oh, and I wanted to mention too, Libra, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius. In terms of signs, and wands, so Sagittarius as well. And then we have the Four of Action. Your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or the birth of a child. So for some of you, you are already here, and it's time to celebrate that. But for others, you're getting here, and there's going to be a lot to celebrate once you do. And on the back of the deck, we have Review and Contemplation, which is the Judgment card. You've accomplished a great deal in your life, so especially this newer energy, but yeah, I'll just keep going. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your charms. So, Spirit, what makes pile 3 unique? Okay, so signs, we have Libra again, we have Aquarius. Oh wait, what's Libra? On the back of the Libra charm, it says charming. On the back of the Aquarius, we have friendly. We have Cancer, imaginative. And we have Virgo, lots of signs today, practical. We also have, wait, I think we have one more chart. Oh, yes, we have Capricorn, hard work. Ambitious. Which is wonderful because you should be ambitious. We also have the Octopus, which I think is just further confirmation of how smart you are. Octopi are very intelligent. I think it's octopi, right? I just want to say octopuses. I like saying that more. But yeah, very, very intelligent, can overcome obstacles and challenges with ease, very bright. We also have this little good luck charm here, which is an indication that luck is on your side in this situation. We also have the number 8, and it is August right now. It is Leo season. So if there's been something that you've been wanting to go after, this might be a sign that now is the time, or maybe, 888 or the Lion's Gate. I do feel like with this match here and this ring, it's possible that maybe someone is considering a higher level of commitment with you, or this could just be, saying that whatever you want to go after, like you might meet your person on this path. A little bit about love here with this ring, but I also think of this as like committing yourself to whatever you want to go after. We also have the World charm, which can talk about like the closing of a cycle, but also that you might want to travel the world or feel called to travel. This path might involve you relocating, something like that. We also have the Elephant here, which is all about overcoming challenges, being wise, being kind. And you've got that spark within you. This also makes me think of the Ace of Wands. You have that spark to move forward. And then we have the little mermaid here. So I feel like this is just an encouragement. I'm like thinking of part of your world, like, oh, and the World cards here. So maybe there's a world that you want to be a part of and that you want, but you're like too afraid to assert yourself, but you know, you're going to do amazing things. You're going to get there. We also have the princess charm, which also makes me think of Leo because it's that like royalty energy. And I feel like this is just a reminder that you are royalty, that you are worthy of beautiful things, of abundance, of love. And with the blessed charm and the little angel here, you know, your angels love you so much. They are sending you blessings and they are helping you along your journey. They love you so much. And that too, with the harp, you might get some spiritual messages in music. So pay close attention, especially if you have like a random nostalgic song that you haven't listened to in a very long time pop in your head. Definitely like pay attention to that. We also have the little paw print. So, you know, you could be very in tune to the energy of animals. You could have a lot of animals. Animals could just like really love you, something like that. We also have the yellow charm, which is all about that solar plexus chakra, that mental energy, just another showcase of how intelligent you are. And then we also have life is not a race. And so, yeah, I feel like that's a reminder, you know, it's not over. It's just the beginning. You've got so much more to experience. We also have the letter F. I want to pull a couple more. I'm feeling kind of called to. But also, I'm like thinking of this too with this life is not a race. You know, just because other people might be further ahead of you doesn't mean that you're not meant to achieve really awesome things. So don't give up. Like, you'll get there, I promise. I wanted some letters, but I like refuse to look while I pull them. Okay. So we have the mermaid tail again. So mermaids could be significant here. Also Pisces energy for sure. And I feel like, you know, I also kind of think of the idea of going with the flow in life, but also you could have a very magnetic energy that people are very drawn to. We have two, oh wait, is that an E or an F? It looked like an F, but I think it's an E. It's just so tiny. Yeah, okay, that's an E. Makes me think of iron, the periodic abbreviation for iron. We also have the little lantern here. And so maybe it's time to get some Virgo energy and kind of go within for a little bit. It's kind of like the hermit, and reassess your path and where you're going, and make sure you're on the right path. We also have the green charm. So this is kind of like your heart chakra, getting into that loving space and showing that love to yourself. I feel like you have yet to unlock a lot of self-love. With this key, we have a little heart, and the path is going to open up for you so much more when you truly love yourself. We also have an M, so I'm thinking of like feminist, feminine. We also have an H, so I'm also thinking of hem. So maybe if you like sewing, that could be something special. And I also think of meh. So if you ever have those days where you're like, man, I don't really want to do it, you know, ask yourself if you can get a little bit out of yourself. And, you know, now is your time to love you, love me, love you. So self-love, get out of this anxious energy and get after what you want, because man, you've got some big things to achieve. So I will show these a little bit, but I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 3. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and it resonated. Definitely let me know down in the comments if it did, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and charms. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is, and hopefully you guys will come back and see me again soon. Bye.